Before we use our beginning band, it's our two periods combined. It's our first time we've ever been combined, so we have first and third period are both beginners. And so they're before you for the first time tonight, and they're going to start off showing you a little bit, progressing through the year, what we've learned over the last few months. Most of them, this is the first time they ever touched an instrument. They didn't know what music was, a note was, saxophone was, it was all foreign. So they spent the last few months learning that, and this first piece they do will show off the first three notes they learned. Everybody knows this tune, famous duet, made popular by Beyonce and Willie Nelson. This is Hot Bundt Cakes, also known as Hot Cross Buns. Hopefully you heard some of that in the first couple days and months, and not anymore though. Here's Hot Bundt Cakes for real. They're going to play it all together, called unison, all play the same notes, and then they'll do it again when we repeat, and they'll split into some harmony for our first basic harmony step we did. So here's the real Hot Bundt Cakes. Moving along, our next piece is called Lamb Chop. You'll be able to see this in the nice, cool program that Eden made for you if I ever sent him the information. So you can thank him for having a theoretical program. Actually, I did send both he and Miss Lewis the info yesterday, but it was one of 2 or 3 emails that I sent that are gone to ether. I've got a weird error I've never seen before. It said, sorry, your message couldn't be sent. And it's not in the outbox, not in anything. It just disappeared. But anyway, I will get it up there eventually for you. Not that you care what the names of these pieces are, but you see your kiddos, you can see the program. So it will eventually be up there, but for now you just get to hear me tell you all about lamb chops. So everybody knows Mary's Little Lamb, the famous one. So this is it, and apparently she got hungry, so this is what we ended up with. Each one of these, as we go through the beginning method, it's familiar tunes, but they're silly names like Lamb Chop, because there was a break in the middle. It was chopped up. I don't think it was really supposed to be about lunch, but you have to. It makes them count because it's so easy to learn stuff like that when we're beginners. Everybody knows Mary Hello, everybody knows Hot Cross Buns. The next one we're going to do Beethoven's Joy. If you've heard Ode to Joy, even if you don't know Beethoven, if you don't know the symphony, everybody's going to recognize the melody. So it's easy to learn that stuff, which is great. It makes it, successful. I was going crazy. But it's also really easy to not read the music, to not learn the skills that we're trying to develop in here and just play by ear. It's a good skill too. So when we're trying to read music and learn that, it makes it really obvious when there's a giant hole to step in and you step in and you're not doing that. So each one of these That's why they have silly names, because they're a slight twist on all of the traditional songs that we know. So the next two we're going to do back-to-back. I'm going to stop in between. Beethoven's Joy, like I said, a little ode to joy. Learned a new note, nothing big in here, they just liked it, so we put it in the program. And then the next one we'll do after that is called The Good King, which is Good King Wenceslas, if you know that holiday tune. That one's going to feature each section. We're going to go section by section, and they learned about soli, our small group, versus tutti, everyone playing. All our silly Italian words that when you sing to middle schoolers. So we're going to do those two, and like I said, you'll see and hear from each section individually. They'll play a little 2-bar clip, and then the rest of the band will join them. So we're going to go through Beethoven's Joy and The Good King back to back for you. This next thing we're doing, I call the Holiday Suite. It's 4 little short. It's 4 little short tunes out of their book that are holiday arrangements. First will be Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Then we do the Dreidel Song, a Kwanzaa Celebration, and then Jingle Bells to end. They're all just little 3-part arrangements. This is their first time. These pieces were their first time playing in multiple parts. Some of those other pieces, they had little duets because they kind of played it around, or they played, very similar parts. But this is 3 distinct parts for the first time happening. It's hard enough trying to work all these noisemakers and learn a foreign language at the same time and decipher code on the page. But then when you start doing a different thing than the person next to you at the same time, it's even harder because the input you're getting says what you're doing is wrong. So you have to be really focused and know what you're doing and have a lot more attendance for that. So we're going to do these 4, like the last 2, without stopping. We'll just go boom, boom, boom through this little holiday suite. So Jolly Old St. Nicholas, Dreidel Song, Kwanzaa Celebration, and Jingle Bells before we come up for breath. So here's our holiday suite. We have one last piece for you. That's usually as far as we get with beginning, but we are stretching them a little bit this year and seeing how they can do. We did a piece last year at this time with one of the advanced groups called Santa the Barbarian, and it was a big hit and everybody liked it, so we're including more of that saga into this year's concert. And then the beginners at the end of the year did a piece called Mechanical Monsters by the same composer, and either because educational genius or easy money or both, he has mashed the two together. So this is Mechanical Monsters, Mech the Halls, and there's a little overlap there, so we're going to do a little of that for you. Before I forget though, because I often do that, if you see some of our numbers don't look quite the same up here, and they didn't get the memo about all black. All the kids you see wearing the white coats are part of our jazz band, and they're either current in this class or future TAs for one of these two classes. So we can have all of our jazz band TA helpers stand up or wave if you're already in the back. If you're sitting down, stand up. These guys have been working with your kiddos all semester, helping them, try to learn how to play this. A couple of them are not necessarily their future, so they're just sitting in to help out right now. But they've been working closely with your kids in one of the classes or another to try to help get them where they are, and then sitting in here today and playing with them and doing all that. So a lot of the stuff we do would be a lot harder without all of our TAs that we're able to have. So I just wanted to shout out to them and say thank you. And here's our last piece for beginning band, Mechanical Monsters, Mech the Halls. And a sense of elation, Santa the Barbarian unleashed his creation. They came from the north with a clank and a sneer. Scary Christmas to all, mechanical monsters are here.